G'day everyone and welcome back to Digging Deeper Ag Chats with Al. I'm really excited to kick off 2026 with you. We've just finished our first full calendar year of podcasts and I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's listened, shared an episode, sent a message or stopped me for a chat. I genuinely appreciate it. This year we're aiming to bring you even more great guests with plenty of practical conversations you can take straight back to your own operation. We'll be featuring more local producers too. People right here in our region who are doing good things, having a crack, who've got great stories worth sharing. I'm also pleased to say that we've got some regular voices returning. Chelsea from Herd Solutions will be joining us on a monthly basis with veterinary updates and timely animal health advice. And Morgs from Elders is back as well, committed to a monthly livestock market update to help us make sense of what's happening and what it might mean on farm. So whether you're listening in the ute, on the tractor or in the yards, welcome back. I'm glad you're here and I hope you enjoy what we've got coming in 2026. Welcome to Digging Deeper. We've got a episode. Surprisingly, we've got an episode with you, Morgs. If you have had a big couple of days, tell us what's been going on.
Oh, sorry. G'day, listeners. And thanks for having me on again, Al. It's always good fun. It's been a few big days, really. Mountain calf sales this week. It's the start of March. We've had a heap of rain. It's all pretty good. It's all easy again at the moment.
Yeah, well, 4 weeks ago you were in last and it was dry as a crisp. Fires were burning. And things were looking, prices were okay, but things were looking a bit dire, and how it can change, Morgs.
Oh, it's crazy what can happen in a month, isn't it, really? I think everyone probably didn't foresee how much rain was going to come, and certainly welcome everywhere. And everyone's hopefully got a autumn break. Can we officially call an autumn break? Are you calling it, Al?
I've called it.
You've called it?
I've called it, yeah. Before that last 14 mils we had, I thought this is good. The whole weather system seemed to have shifted a little bit too, like less wind, humidity.
It's muggy, isn't it?
It's too muggy for me.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the calf sales. How were they? Well, let's step back a little bit. We actually had Barry Newcomen, who actually said he never got a hat.
He never got a, well...
No, you told me you'd sent one up there too, but someone that's been lost.
One of his workers must have pinched it because I gave it to one of his workers and said, take it up to Barry. So, Rayleigh, if you're listening, give Barry his ad, please.
All right. Well, she does listen, apparently.
Or someone might have given it to Evan, maybe, because they do look alike.
Do they?
Yeah. Maybe. Evan was walking around with a Gippy Ag Group hat on, maybe.
Well, I'm just hearing excuses at the moment, so... But no, Barry was on. Did you listen to his podcast by any chance?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I did. I thought he spoke very, very well.
Yeah, he was an interesting chat, and
his dollars and figures and memory for various sort of parts of the industry are huge, I believe, and I thought he spoke very, very well.
Yeah, I actually he reminded me of a grandfather. A date was so important to him. He would keep on thinking back. It was 74. No, it was the March of 75 actually, and very important to him. But no, it was a good chat. But he actually said in that podcast that things were going well. All they needed was a big rain through the state or through the country, and we got that. How much did that play into the hands of prices, or is it always looking like it was going to shape up to be pretty good?
Oh, look, the cattle always sell well regardless. All you can do is deal with the cattle market from week to week because cattle are getting transacted every day. But yeah, rain certainly just stops the flow of cattle. Urgency to sell, and I think it gives everyone a boost of confidence. So it has a massive economical effect on the cattle market, a good rain. How much? It's hard to gauge because it was sort of, we swung into the market this week, and it just changes complexion. Like March hits as well, and everyone just starts to think about, restocking with cattle. There's lots of good cattle around, so they're always prepared to go pretty hard. But 2-3 weeks before that, we were buying feeder steers for $4.20 to $4.40. Those same cattle now are making $5.20 to $5, So it's certainly changed in a big way. Your restocking cattle and things like that certainly strong. A lot of the cattle went back to Gippsland. Like a lot of cattle stayed in Gippsland.
Yeah, right.
There wasn't a lot of presence from the northeast. They're of the opinion that the cattle were making less over there, closer to home. So I think a strong Gippsland base was very prevalent in the mountain calf sales this year.
Yeah. Now, How someone said there was buyers from Yay. You've been talking to your agents over there. Was there any cattle going back to those fire-affected places, or?
They were all feeder cattle going straight to feedlots.
Oh,
So, certainly a Yay agent bought them, but they went elsewhere. They'll be backgrounded somewhere and then put on to feed, I would have thought.
Yep. How are the boys doing over there? Have you been speaking to them?
Yeah, they're all just sort of rallying again. They're all picking themselves up off the canvas. I think they're going very well.
Yep. Have they had much rain over there? Is it?
Yeah, they've had a couple of inches, I think. So they're going. Everyone's sort of strong enough now. They're all going okay. So they'd nearly call it a break too. So it's all pretty positive. I suppose the least rain has been in South Gippsland.
They haven't had much?
An inch here and there, but nothing like what everyone else has had.
Yeah. What's their soil moisture profile like anyway? It's probably...
Oh, come on, Al. I'm not that technical.
Well, you got family down there. They complaining about moisture, or are they looking around?
Yeah, they're saying that. I think they're just jealous of what everyone else is getting. But no, I think... I don't think they've had the amount of rain that they can handle yet. But they traditionally, South Gippslanders like a bit of an autumn break, and then they want it to wind off the rain. They don't want too much in June, July, or else it gets too muddy.
Mud. And the big news or the change in the sale going down to Bairnsdale NSA sale, overall verdict?
An outstanding result. I think that was probably, to me, it was the highlight of it. It started off at 9 o'clock in the morning at Bairnsdale. The cattle looked fantastic. The buyers all stepped in and everyone was confident. There was a few local orders as well, which kept it buoyed, and the cattle sold 100 pens in an hour. So it was pretty smooth sailing, pretty easy going.
Yeah, it was raining on the roof when we were there too.
Yeah. Oh, look, up in Omeo and Banter, we went up in that afternoon. There was so much mud and it was just such a slog. It's just hard on man and beast on those wet days. So glad it's over. Bit footsore though.
You are?
Yep.
Yeah, too many, got your steps up? Too many Ks.
Well, everyone tells me I walk on my tippy toes, and I tell everyone I'm just like a boat. I'm just getting up out of the plane, get across the water easier.
I can picture that actually, up on your little pigeon toes there. We went from the cattle sale to the sheep sale. Did you make your way over, or did you have to duck up to Omeo on the Monday?
No, we had to get going. But look, the sheep market again's going from strength to strength. I think it's all, probably in my opinion, we're starting to see a bit of buyer resistance now, like stock getting... They're concerned about stock getting too dear where they're not going to get out of these sheep and cattle. Like, well, look at cull sheep, for instance. At $8 a kilo for a cull ewe, you got sheep making $200 to $300. There's only so much you can cut out of them. And a 25 kilo lamb at $10.70 is $300 or something close enough to that. So it's there's a bit of pressure on the top end for all buyers, and I think that's just everyone's coming to terms with what they've got to pay to be where they are, and we're only heading into winter, and it's pretty dear now. So, we're just watching that. It needs to be a chain where everyone gets a feed out of it, and if one loses, the other one loses big time.
Yeah. So talk about sheep for a second. How dear is too dear for lamb before the processors are starting to?
Well, that's probably a question for a processor, really. But I think at $8 for a sheep, that's pretty significant. And I know that's due to shortages in the past couple of years and bulk sell-offs and dries and things like that. And the processors have probably had a pretty good time, but they're really resisting going above that too much. As for lambs, they're saying, $10.70 at the moment. Some real neat lambs in the market are making $11. That's as dear as it's been. That's as dear as it's been. Cull cows are as dear as it's been. We've seen feeders make more, and feedlot cattle and younger weaners make more, but not cull cows and cull bulls. Yeah. So I think it's going to be, it's going to be a long winter for the processors, and it's great for everyone getting a quid, but certainly the processors will hurt, and at some stage they'll want to get a bit back. So
come back to
be careful.
What's your prediction for the weather, Morgs? You always like to make a...
Yeah, well, you've called an autumn break, and I don't want to put the moz on that. I don't know, the bomb's so up in the air, I haven't really followed it, but they do say at the Easter equinox, it's when you're going to get your best long-term forecast. So that's where you get your closest and highest percentage of getting it right.
Who said this, the bomb?
No, there's various studies have been done into it, but I think if you look into it, you'll be right. So I'll be starting to look at the future forecasting weather heading into Easter.
All right, we want to update next month, all right, Morgs, on the...
And I'll give you a good one.
You will?
Yeah.
I'll hold you to that. All right. Well, you were up since 2 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
You're just about struggling to hold your eyes open.
No, I'm all right.
You're all right?
I'm right there, man. Me at 50%. Yeah, that's okay. It's okay.
50% of Morgs is pretty good still, isn't it?
Better than most.
What's next then, Morgs? What's next week?
Bairnsdale weaner sale next week. There's going to be probably close enough to 3,000 cattle at that, and sheep and lambs are coming in. So, yeah, it's weaner selling time.
Yep.
And then into that, it'll be bull sales. So, plenty of studs, good studs in East Gippsland and Gippsland abroad. So, certainly, with cull cattle making what they're making, my advice would be sell a bull or two and go and buy a bull or two. I think it's a good time to trade in and out of those stock. I think there's a lot of bulls on the market, and I think that...
so cash in on the old bulls, you reckon?
Yeah.
Well, good money.
Well, you can cash out a 1,000-kilo bull at $4.20 or $30. That's $4,500. And you can go and buy a good bull for $6.
Yeah.
So I'd be doing that all day long.
All right, well, that's the red hot tip from Morgs. Just before we sign off, some highlights over the last couple of days. You got some pens of cattle that you remember that stood out, or some producers that you want to mention?
Oh, look, probably the highlight is just seeing everyone get a good result. Like, it is, all their effort goes into, breeding for 6, 8, 12 months of the year, feeding, marking calves, dehorning, treating Pinkeye. A lot of the pressure comes on for one day. So, make no bones about it. We take that very seriously. And to have such a good result for everybody, that's what makes it all worthwhile. So the highlight is the cockies getting a good result, buyers buying good cattle, and them getting them home and getting good results too. I think that's what it's all about. So, we transacted a lot of business, 7,000 cattle for the week or whatever. But, to come out of it on top without too many blood noses is always pretty positive. Bit footsore, but not too bad.
Any cattle out this year down the Main Street at Omeo?
No, sadly enough, no. We kept them contained.
Yeah.
It was a hard slog in the mud, but luckily enough, it was in the mud at the yards. It wasn't chasing them around the Omeo Cemetery trying to get them out.
Yeah, it has happened in the past. More times than you can count.
Oh.
Very good. Well, this is going to be a very short and sweet one because we've actually got some clips of people up at the sale yards over the last couple of days, so they'll be up next. So enjoy them, just hearing some locals out there. So thanks for listening. We'll let you go off to bed, Morgs. Get your beauty sleep, and we'll see you next month.
No worries. Thank you. Okay, over the next couple of pens, ladies and gentlemen, the Glen Shield cattle. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd also like to highlight these cattle have had a Bovilus injection. That adds a little bit of value to them when you're feeding them on. There you are, big steers, aren't they? Stand up and growth. Everything right about them over a couple of pens. Hey, set your money and mark them on these steers today. Come on for them. Give me 25.50, 25 and go, 24 and play, 23 I got, 23 got, 23 the 20, 40, 60 the 2, 23, 6 to the 2, 23, 80, 4, 20, 40, 60, 80, 5, 20, 20, 40, 25, 40 the 2, and I'm at 25, 40 the 2, 25, 40 I have, 25, 40 the 2, 25, 40 quick data, wait you, well done, VLP buy them, thank you very much.
Today.
Yeah, fantastic result, and the calves lined up beautifully, 1,700 cattle here, sent down from various areas of the mountains, but the NSA producers came to us 6 weeks ago. I think you broke the news story, Al, that we were going to have a mountain weaner sale here at Bairnsdale. We're certainly well above expectations.
Yeah, vendors happy with their cattle?
Vendors look over the moon with their cattle. All the cattle were weighed and presented beautifully. Water and soft pens, and all the cattle are very happy too.
Yeah, now what about the buyers?
Yeah, buying fraternity, obviously they all operate with calculators now, and they were really happy with the quality of cattle, and they certainly paid well above market rates for these cattle. We haven't seen cattle cracking well above $5 for a few months now, so it's sort of good to be back in that region.
Are we around that range, $5 a kilo?
Yeah, big heavy steers about $5 to $5.20 or $30. I think most of your weaners made $5 to $5.50, light steers up to $6. Had some mountain roan heifers make $2,200 to go back to the paddock as breeders. So all in all, I think everyone should be happy with the results and everyone should be happy with their purchases.
Our mate on Digging Deeper, Barry Newcomen, how did his cattle go?
Barry had a pretty good day. He had one mate that has been buying his cattle for I think about 50 years or something, Arthur Anglers, and he bought a pen, so that's all Barry cares about, that everyone gets the cattle that they want.
Very good. And you got to go and meet some junket for this afternoon?
Oh, is it raining up there, is it?
I've been told it has been, yeah.
Oh, I thought it would be smooth sailing and sunny days, no cloud in the sky.
No, it's wet and boggy already, apparently.
Something to look forward to.
I'm Simon Lawler from Amio, cattle farmer in the high country. Come down today to have a look at the Enso sailing Bairnsdale.
So you're not selling today?
I am selling today,
Yeah.
1 o'clock in Amio.
Oh, up the hill.
Yeah.
So you're a Hereford man as well?
I'm a Hereford man through and through.
Yeah, very good. How's Pinkeye been for you this year up the top?
No, look, to be honest, Pinkeye's probably the best we've had it in quite a number of years. We treated a calf the other day and pulled it out. I think I've used 4 patches for the year, which is a record.
Right.
Yeah, don't ask me why, don't ask me how.
No, because a lot of the NSA guys have had a fair bit of trouble with it, Pinkeye this year, I understand.
I believe so, and I'm hearing that there's been patches in the north that have been bad with Pinkeye, but most of my neighbours and friends and that in our area have had probably the least Pinkeye they've had in many years. And probably we've had the hottest, driest spell we've had for, I don't know how long, especially that prolonged hot weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't know.
And prices today, how are they looking?
I think they're fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a good reflection of cattle and where it's at. There's no stupid prices. I think good cattle are making good money, but overall I think the sales going really well. It's got a strong contingent of buyers from all over from what I can see.
Yeah. Cents per kilo, what are we looking at so far, you reckon?
Oh, look, there's a lot of cars making over $5, which is exciting for us producers. Probably not as much as for the next guy going in.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of cars making over $5. That's just in the few calculations I've done. So yeah, it's showing that there's a bit of positivity. What's nice is that the Hereford breed's standing up really well in his feature sale. So yeah.
And we're obviously at Bairnsdale for the NSA calf sale. Good move in your opinion?
Good, interesting move in my opinion. That's why I got in the car to come down today. But as I said before, we're selling today at 1 o'clock. So yeah, I just needed to see for myself. The cattle are certainly presented really well here today. Under the roof, it's raining, which I believe it's raining at home. So
it is?
Yeah. So I probably could answer that question this evening.
When you're trawling through some mud, and how are you looking up there for season-wise? Has it turned around now, has it, or are you still a bit short?
Just amazing the last week what it's produced. Like a week ago we were hot and dry, and our little valley's had 100 mil for the week, and we've just been fortunate to get under a couple of storms. So it's just been remarkable how quickly it's turned around. We've gone from being dry and hot and desolate to having a green peak and tinge everywhere.
Are you surface water? Are you starting to run out up there too?
Yeah, definitely running out of surface water. We've been pumping, we've been exploring other options. Fortunately, we've got the Livingston Creek waters a lot of our property.
Yeah.
But yeah, surface water's an issue.
So is that filled up now with those runoffs, or are you still a bit?
No, it hasn't filled up, but it's a good start. The storm the other day put a bit of water in some dams, so yeah. What a wonderful break. Yeah, we hope the hot weather's behind us now, and we all start calving in a month to 6 weeks' time. So it'll be a bit of feed for the cows and calves to go on to. So
it's good for the soul, seeing a bit of green around anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, we went north just recently to Wagga for a couple of bull sales, and there's certainly some dry country around, and it's lovely to see a bit of feed around and see the smile on people's faces. Yeah, it's a great conversation starter, Rain.
I'm Lyric Anderson from Buchan. I'm Jan Sykes from the Warra Genetics in Longford.
What's your first impressions, ladies?
I'm glad to be standing under a roof. I know it's very sad for NSA, the sale yards and the pub and the people, but today I think it might have been a good call.
And I would agree with that, and I absolutely understand coming from a small community how difficult it is when an annual event like that is cancelled. But for the cattle and for the people today, it's great, and the rain is absolutely fantastic.
Yep. Now you're from down Longford Way. Is it raining down there? Has it rained down there?
It is. We had 70 mils in the last week, which is the best autumn break we've had in 20 years. That was.
Yep. And what about Buchan? How does Buchan station look?
Buchan's greened up. Yes, we've had more than 60 mil. But getting cattle ready yesterday at Glen Alladale was very sweaty there. It was so humid and awful. But they had a huge storm as well, so it should grow as well.
So when are you selling?
Although Mum's steers sold already today.
Yeah, and how'd they go, prices-wise?
Yeah, 2010, they're about 400 kilos.
Yep. Now, Diane, you would have had a lot of your blood running through the sale yards here today.
We have.
Pleasing to see.
It is very pleasing to see, and especially for Chris and Janine Cooper, who won the Elders Best in today. We're really happy with the result. But yeah, regardless of the genetics here today, these cattle have pinned up really well. They look fantastic, and it's a credit to the vendors.
Yep. Now, plug for yourself. When's your bull sale?
Bull sale is the 16th of March, and then we have a Ladies' Day female sale on the 15th of March. So over 2 days, and really hope that everyone can come and have a look. And it's a great way for us to showcase our breed with both teams and females and models. So we like people coming to play.
I think the prices have been really good. I heard one of the buyers about halfway through the second round and say, these things are getting dearer, which I think is great for a vendor.
Yeah, well, Barry Dickinson's on the podcast said all we need is a good rain. It's had us good rain, so hopefully the prices are
Very lucky.
Absolutely nice to see so many smiling faces today.
Chris G, Countryside Business Partners, Farm Business Consultant.
Yep. And where are we today, Chris?
Bairnsdale Sale Yards for the first NSA High Country sale down here.
What's the first impression? Raining on us now. Good move.
Very good move. Haven't had to pull the coat out, and it's bloody hot too.
Right.
So it'd be good that it's undercover and good that we're dry.
Yep. Now, what do you actually do around the district, Chris?
So I work with producers to understand their cost of production and their business, and basically the bottom line, they're helping them make financial-based decisions within their production systems.
Yeah, and how long have you been operating in the area for now?
It'd be just over 7 years, but 2 years under my own banner.
Yeah, and anything you've noticed in the last couple of years since you've been out by yourself, digging into people's businesses?
The cost of production is probably the huge thing. Like the prices today were pretty good, but some of those lighter cattle are right on the limit of people's cost of production. So,
what do you reckon the cost of production is in a round figure?
So from my clients per calf, I do it on 2 different numbers, but per calf, we're looking anywhere between that 900 to 1350 kind of mark to produce Adams. I look at it per unit because you only have X amount of units to sell.
Gotcha.
So you can change the cents per kilo, or the kilos that you're selling to produce that.
So were some of the calves under that figure this year?
Some of them were, but then it depends on
average?
their cost of production.
Yeah.
I think on an average, there's a bit more weight, I thought. So I think on an average, they were probably a little bit higher than that.
Yeah.
Around that $1,500 mark.
Yeah, and is there any of your clients specifically here that you're really proud to see their cattle in today?
Not here, but I was more getting a bit of a price to see what's going to look like up here in Omeo.
Yeah, so you go up there this afternoon?
Yeah.
Yep. Got your rain jacket?
Yeah, and my boots. Gun boots.
Anything else you want to say before we...
I think, feature sale here at Bairnsdale with a lot more cattle in here could be a big thing in the future.
What do you mean by that?
One central point over a couple of days, I kind of see that maybe this is the way that things are going to move going forward in terms of...
So all Herefords down here from the high country, or Blackstone Herefords?
Blackstone Herefords, I kind of like the high country sale is great, and it's a great thing to be a part of, but I think a lot more people are making decisions based on the weights.
Dave Coolbold, Gippy Ag board member and a strong supporter of the group. And we're here at the Bairnsdale Sale Complex for the first round of the mountain calf sales.
Yeah, Dave, this is the first time it's ever been in Bairnsdale undercover. It's raining now. What do you reckon, mate?
There's certainly nothing better than the rain on the roof when we're at a cattle sale. It certainly makes it feel more pleasurable. But what I'd like to say, Jen, is an absolutely outstanding run of calves. I'm not a Hereford producer myself, but for what these producers have put together over the last 12 months to see this sale here today, it's an absolutely outstanding result. Congratulations to all the producers. It's fantastic to see.
I'm Justin Taylor. Trying to help at calf sales.
Where are you based normally?
Down to Darlston.
Yeah.
So,
and you run cattle yourself?
Yes, we run about 200 breeds ourselves and trade a few. And,
Any red ones?
not a lot of red ones, no. We're mainly black.
Yep. Now you've been here many years working in the calf sales.
Yep.
First year in Bairnsdale, what's your first thoughts?
I think it's positive. Like, we're out of the rain today, it's, I think it's a good thing. So,
yeah.
Going
to miss the ice cold beer at Enso though?
Well, yes, for sure.
And how are the prices today?
I think they were pretty good. I think I saw a few vendors, they're happy with what's going on. So, I think it was about that 450 to 470, 80 mark. Then as got more, they got a little bit heavier. So the price went up a little bit. So
Nine cattle make
a little bit more. Yeah, they do.
I mean, all these trucks from Queensland, that's losing money, yes?
That's correct. Yeah.
Yep. Now, what's your job here? It looks like one of the more interesting jobs for him.
I do everything that no one wants to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty much.
Morgan's whipping boy, I heard.
That's correct. Yeah. Whatever he asks me to do, I'll get it done. So
Very good. Now, you heading uphill this afternoon?
yeah, coming up to Omeo now, and then stay there for tomorrow, and head home tomorrow night. So. Yeah.
Aaron McCall, Elders Bairnsdale.
Yeah. Where have you been this morning, Ags?
Yeah, NSA's leg of the mountain car sales here at Bairnsdale,
Yeah. First impression with the move of venue?
absolutely fantastic, especially it's raining today, but no, look, it's been a huge success. I think it was only 9 of us last night here, 1,800 cattle, drafted and penned, we're never under pressure. Cattle presented really well, on water, soft floor, pretty hot day yesterday. It was a no-brainer. Last night really cemented home, and then today that just the way the cattle are presented and weighed, and it's a no-brainer. Just 100% success for it.
Prices reflect.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, really well supported by South Gippsland agents and a couple other blokes. They've come in through the Elders network. Huge support by the Elders network as well, but and outside agents, very very strong.
Yep. And are you sticking around for the sheep sale or heading up to the hill?
I've got to go sell about 3 pens of lambs, 2 pens of sheep, and then head up the mountains.
Yeah. Oh, good one. And it's going to be wet up there, I hear.
It is. There's no hurry to get up there, I don't think. No, I better get up there. But it's going to be a contrast. I think it's probably, ironically, it's probably going to cement home the Bairnsdale sale house a little bit to us. But you're down here undercover, and you go up there in the wet and the mud. So look, high country sales are a fantastic thing, and no doubt we'll still get it done. We'll still be successful.
Yep. Barry Newcomen hinted the idea that there's going to be a Hereford feature sale, or all Hereford get sold down here. Can you see that happening too after today?
Definitely. That was one of the things we decided on the day. I actually spoke to Barry about it myself, that we turned this into a Hereford feature sale during the sale. I actually spoke to Hamish Chandler, the Hereford Society CEO. He's here today. He came down, and that's definitely our aim. This will be a blue ribbon Hereford only sale, and I can see it. Yeah, it could be 2,500 cattle here next year. Who knows? But I think it'll be hugely successful. Yeah.
How many can the yards fit?
Oh, look, we get 3.5 comfortably. Once you get above that, you're out in the multi-species pens, and that gets a bit tight. But in saying that, these sort of sales, you can have fairly big pen lots of cattle, a lot of paint, a lot of 1s and 2s. It's everybody's feature line, so you can get quite a few cattle in a big set of yards like this, and we're putting sort of 20, 25s now a pen, sort of down to 20s a pen. Yeah.
Oh, very good. All right, well, good luck with the rest of the sales.
No worries, thanks, Al.
I'm Georgia Anderson from Bill Wyndham.
Yep. And you're new to the agency game, is that correct?
Yes, yep.
Yep. What's your first impressions of being an agent so far?
Full on, hectic, but it's been good meeting new people and getting out and about.
Yeah. And have you been around cattle or sheep?
I have been around cattle, not sheep, so it's a new ball game, but certainly learning the ropes.
Very good. And you're up here at the Omeo car sales, the black sales. What's your first impressions first year being up here?
Wet and muddy.
Wet and muddy, yeah. How do the cattle look?
Yeah, they look good. Yep, they've got a good lineup, so it'll be interesting to see how they sell.
Yeah, did you see this morning's sales?
Yeah.
What are prices like?
Yeah, pretty dear in the steer run. A bit cheaper in the heifers, but be interesting.
Jesse Vanson.
From?
Lindenow, Glen Aldale.
Yep, and what are you doing up here, Jesse?
Helping elders draft out cattle.
Yeah. What's first impression? First year up here, isn't it?
Yeah, first year, and it's wet.
Impressions?
No, it's good, really good.
Yep.
Good learning.
Wild cattle last night?
No, not too bad actually. I was surprised.
How's the sale going so far?
Yeah, really good. I'm really surprised. I reckon yesterday was a tad off, but today's on fire.
Yeah. Where's the money? The good money in small cattle or big cattle, or just everywhere?
I reckon it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
No, it's like big cattle are alright, but little cattle are going pretty good too.
Yeah.
So.
What's it like working for Morgan Davies?
No, it's real good.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
Hi, I'm Kim.
Yep. What are you doing up here, Kim?
Just having a look. Might get into finishing some cows.
Yeah, so what are you chasing then?
Steers, yeah.
Little ones or?
Oh, something around the 300 kilos, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got a bit
of property, Kim?
Merloo.
Yeah.
And you've been up to these sales before?
No, I've been wanting to come for like 10 years. So now that I've got the little one and I'm not working, yeah, but
so far?
yeah, it's muddy, but it's good. Yeah, lots of people, good turnout and good money. Yeah.
So almost too good for us.
Yes, too good for me anyway. I know I sort of nearly given up, might go to the pub after this. So yeah, but no, it's good for everyone. So
very good.
Yeah.
A big thank you for tuning in today. And remember, if you have a question about today's episode or a topic you'd like us to cover, reach out to one of our many platforms and join the conversation. We're here because of your passion and commitment to agriculture. Together, we can build a stronger farming future.
This podcast is made possible by the Future Drought Fund Regional Drought Resilience Planning Program, co-funded by the Victorian and Australian governments.